Hi everyone, this is FX Rebels or Gay Guy 7 here, whatever you want to call me, and today I'm going to be doing the best way to use the Kuda submachine gun. So I'm going to start off with the attachments and optics and all that types of stuff you're going to need to make the Kuda and let the Kuda get to its full potential when we use it in multiplayer. And now I'm gonna do the class setup, the specialists and perks and all that first. Then I'm gonna give you the tips and tricks. So if you just want to look at the best class setup for the Kuda there is, then you can, but I wouldn't recommend it because you may not like this class setup, but for the tips and tricks I'm gonna give you, it works really well. So optics, you don't need any optics because they're just a waste of space and they're not really going to make any difference on the Kuda because the Kuda has nice iron sights and optics is just going to slow you down. So attachments, we're only going to use 4 attachments because 5, obviously you have to get rid of 2 perks and a couple of, there's very important perks for the Kuda. So we're only going to use 4 attachments: suppressor, grip, long barrel and extended mag. These are the best attachments for the tips and tricks I'm going to give you, and these 2 you unlock really early and these 2 are quite late, but you just have to use it for a couple of hours and you'll unlock all of it. It's not that hard. You just need to grind out the Kuda, and you can use some different attachments like add quick draw and maybe stock and before you unlock these attachments because they'll really help. And then, so they're the attachments. You can mess around with these attachments. You can take off extended mag and add quick draw, but you can change around however you want. But this is the best way to do it. So right, perks. Sorry I can't add on quite a lot of things to this class, but I've just prestige my Kuda and I'm only rank 22, prestige 1, so I don't have all the things that you'll need. But I'm going to tell you what to have. So obviously, primary gunfighter 1 and 2 are going to take up 2 slots, and then 4 attachments are going to take up 4 slots, plus the Kuda, so that's 7 slots. And then, so you can have no lethals and no tacticals because they're just a waste. You won't need them with this class, but you can add them if you want, but you'll have to get rid of perks, and perks are key in this class. So afterburner is extremely important because you're going to be moving around, boosting, wall running, thrusting a lot with this class. Just to move around as quick as you can to find enemies to kill. So afterburner, it makes you be able to jump around quicker because they have faster recharge rate. So this is a key perk, and it's the first perk you unlock, so it's not very hard to get. For perk 2, fast hands is very important because you can find enemies anywhere with this class. There might be one coming up right behind you and you need to spin around and kill him really quickly. So fast hands lets you be able to zoom in really quick just after you finish sprinting and boosting because you're going to be doing that a lot. And it lets you wreck the enemy behind you. And then blast suppressor, because you're going to be thrusting around a lot and you have to stay stealthy because we put suppressor on the gun. Blast suppressor is very important because blast suppressor and suppressor both go together. There's no point having suppressor if you have no blast suppressor. So blast suppressor is key. Obviously you can move these around. You could have flak jacket, anti-up and awareness. You put whatever you want. But now I'm going to get into explaining the tips and the tricks and the play style that you're going to want to play or use the Kuda, and a gameplay with the Kuda I got recently. So yeah, stick around with that. But if you just want to look at the class setup, yo guys, this is Gate Guy 7 or FX Rebels, and this is part 2 of the best way to use the Kuda submachine gun in Black Ops 3. And as you can see there, if I would have had the attachments which I gave you, long barrel and extended mag would have really came in there. I would have been able to get that triple kill, but because I didn't have the attachments on this Kuda that I suggested, I couldn't get them. So in this little gameplay, I'm going to be showing you, I could have got triple head there, but I just decided not to. I'm going to be showing you me going 17-2, and if we have the time, I go 23-3, using the Kuda. This isn't the setup that I gave you. I think I just have quick draw, foregrip, and suppressor on this class, but I only had the Kuda about level 6 when I got this, and I don't have primary gunfighter 2 or 3 because I've just recently prestiged. So this isn't the full setup, but trust me, the setup I've given you is a lot better than this one, and you can do a lot better. And if I would have had the attachments and perks that I gave you, then I would have definitely done a lot better. So the playstyle that you're going to have is you want to be really stealthy. You want to be jumping around everywhere, wall running everywhere, sliding everywhere. Well, that's fine because you have blast suppressor, so no one can see you on the minimap. They can only see you in the actual game. So that's what you're trying to avoid. You need to sneak upon them. You need to have the advantage on them with this gun. Because if you're going to go into that long-range gunfight, chances are you might not win, but a long barrel just increases your chances, and so does extended mag. But you might not win against people using Man-O-Wars and M8s at that ranged gunfights. But you have that extra chance, because if you come up behind them, then you can definitely beat them, whatever gun they have. They could have the Annihilator, the Scythe, and you can still beat them because you have the advantage. You come up behind them, and that's the best way to do it. So wall running everywhere and thrust jumping everywhere is definitely the best way, and that's why you have afterburner and blast suppressor. And fast hands, a couple of times here I just bump into people, and fast hands gives me that advantage over them, so that I can kill them quite easily and get the advantage on them at long range and short range. So that's why we've put those attachments there. And see, the second I stand still, because I stood still there, I die. If I would have been moving around, I could have snuck up behind that rock and got a quad feed maybe. I could have got a lot more kills before I die. And as you can see, I was... Oh, for God's sake. I rewound it. Wow. Sorry, I think we're... I just died, so it was about... If we rewind it... It was about here. Let's just play it from here. So as you could see, just then I just bumped into someone unexpectedly. Like then as well, and then. So you bump into people quite a lot with this class because they could be trying to do the exact same thing as you, and you need to have the upper hand on them. So yeah, I went 17-2, and now I'm 23-3. I'm gonna die because I was standing still. Look there, standing still in a building which is quite popular, and so he killed me. So, the game mode that you want to play is domination. The strategy that you want to have is, let's say you have captured A and B, and your team have helped you, because you want to play objectively with this class. Don't risk your life going on B by yourself, but if you have 3 teammates on B, you go and get B, then you go back into your flanking position. Definitely capture A or C if you spawn there, and if you're not going to die, because the XP can really help rank up and do stuff like that. Because this gun can get you very high ranks. Like, it ranks me up about 2 ranks every game, but I'm at quite a low rank, so it's bound to do that. But yeah, so what you want to do is you have C and B and they have A. You're going to rush behind A, clear all of the enemies out while you just rush behind A. Then you capture A, and then they'll spawn at C. So you have domination for a couple of seconds, and they capture C. Then you rush behind C, you clear them all out, and you capture C. They won't spawn there, because if you're in their spawn, then they won't spawn there, unless you have a teammate at A. So your whole team is going to have to do the same thing as you, or they're going to have to move away from A, so the enemies can spawn there. And you just keep repeating that process. It's probably best to play in a party of about 2 or 3, so you can so your teammates don't just go to C and A. So you rush C, and then they spawn at C and you die because your teammate was at A, so they can't spawn at A. Knowing the spawns is actually quite important as well. You don't need to learn them like you would have to do if you're a sniper, but just having an idea, a rough idea, like in domination is quite good. You should probably stick to domination and not change your game modes with this gun, so you can learn the spawns, get them in your head, and then sneak up behind more of the Kuda. And if you play with this playstyle, you'll be bound to get 24 and 6, 23 and 3, 17 and 2 gameplays every game if you play well. So thanks for watching this video, guys. Hope you did enjoy it. This has been GateGuy7 or FX Rebels, giving you the best way to use the amazing submachine gun, the Kuda. Right, I'm out, guys. Thanks for watching.